Hi everyone, this is Priya from iCosmic. Today let's go over what determines the success of your sales process. This video is brought to you with love from Zoho Academy. To make it clear, we are not affiliated with Zoho Corporation. It was stunning to see a Harvard Business Review article which stated that a whopping 44% of sales executives thought that their sales process is poorly managed. Okay, I'm not going to beat the bush again by repeating the usual 5 steps in a sales process: prospecting, connecting, researching, and so on, and blah blah blah. Enough has been said and written about this all over the web. But let's focus on each aspect in this video and in the oncoming videos and blog posts and see how to get the best out of each sales process. People somehow are attracted to articles which say 5 steps to do that, 8 steps to do this, 3 steps to impress your girlfriend, and so on and so forth. So I will resort to the same formulae, and now let's look at the 5 steps to successful lead conversion and prospecting, which is the first step in a sales process. Step 1. What matters really to you? Think about it, as every business does. I'm sure you also have a contact us form in your website or some similar lead accumulation form where you can garner incoming leads, and you have a lot of fields in there. But it's time to think, what are those top 3 fields that really matter to you? And I would suggest you should write a workflow in Zoho CRM or whatever CRM you are using in order to classify these leads differently based on the value of these top 3 most important fields. Let's say, for example, your business is a home fitness solution company. That is some company which sells fitness solutions for the entire family, or like setting up a mini gym at home. And suppose, let's say, your best targets are married men who are in their mid-career, because they have so many responsibilities, and they're trying to balance their family and work, and they don't have time to go to gym, and they are better off having a mini gym at home. So then, now that you have stated this, so this is very revealing. Think about it. So what are the top 3 parameters which come out of this description we just gave? Age, because we said people in their mid-career, we know what their age group is. Gender, of course you said married men, so we know the gender. And the marital status, of course. So we just said married men. So in your lead form, in your contact us form in the website, now you know these are the top 3 parameters you will give the most importance to. That's it. So what we discussed, how do we translate it into your actual business day-to-day life? So I have a CRM tip for you. So what you can do in your CRM is to have a form or module or whatever they call it in your CRM, where you can store these crucial top 3 parameters and you give your own weightage for each of these. Why I'm asking you to store it in a form is that you can go back and change it really easily at any point in time without having to go back and change the actual coding or the script. So now you can write a custom function which will fetch these weightage values automatically from this form and use it to prioritize your prospects as they come in. So now let's move on to the next step, which is about following up with your leads. I know everyone does following up. Of course, that's why you have leads for. But have you ever thought really deeply about it? When does email work? Or should you be rather calling your lead to say a nice introductory hello? So, it's very important that you chart out every little detail of your strategy in approaching the lead. So, as you know, for your industry, there might be certain standards that usually work, but you might be doing your business in the niche in your industry, or something that really worked for your competitor may not work for you. So it's always better to have some assumptions, but to be aware that they are assumptions and need to be tested. I would suggest you should do some A/B testing and keep tracking the results. And here's a CRM tip. Have some graphs or maybe a dashboard even to track how your follow-ups fare on a day-to-day basis and by salesperson. So that will help you get some insights into whether you're doing the right thing. And do some A/B testing, of course. Moving on to step 3. Which salesperson is best at what? This is something you really need to pay attention to. But for this, you need to have proper systems in place to measure and to track. Automation. I can't stress how much automation is important especially for a growing business, because your resources are limited, your time is limited, you have each person wearing multiple hats. So the more you automate, the more efficient your business will be. And because you keep tracking what you're doing and you keep measuring the success of your actions. So even for this step, I would say first you may choose to randomly allocate the follow-ups to salespeople because you don't have any numbers yet to take informed decisions. But as you go on, you slowly discover through measuring, tracking and reporting that some salespeople seem to be best at calling rather than emailing, whereas some others are really good at sending emails and they get good response from the customers when they email them, but they are not as good at calling. So now you have some numbers through which you can take some informed decisions, and again I would say automate this. Once you have these numbers and once you can take decision on who is to do the calling, who is to do the emailing, then automate this. Then you can again measure and track how it is going on and whether what insight you gained from the previous reports are valid. The next is about lost deals. Nobody wants to be a loser. But we all lose some game or the other every day. So we learn more from our failures than from our successes, as we know. So having said that, it's important that you just not only celebrate the successful deals that come through, but also take some time to analyze the lost deals and come up with the top 3 common reasons usually due to which you lose deals. Here's a CRM tip. Try to see what's common among your lost deals and try to come up with a plan to address those issues so that you maintain or even better, reduce the percentage of lost deals over time. Again, tracking, measuring, automation. Nothing gets better than that. Finally, I would like to say one thing that I have kept repeating throughout this video, which is track, measure, track, measure, track, measure. Now you may ask me, Priya, why is it important to keep tracking and measuring all the time? I know this has worked for my business. I know which salesperson is good at what. And so I have put a sales process in place 2 years ago already, and that has worked for us. So why bother? Well, exactly, that is the reason you need to bother. Because markets are so dynamic, you know that. And you and your salespeople and those in your business are constantly changing and learning about customers' behavior patterns. And as you start learning about this more and more and deeper, you keep refining your ideas about old things that you thought of. And this is why, because everything is so dynamic and fast changing, that is why your sales process cannot be static, cannot be defined once and forgotten about. So it is very, very important, as we have seen throughout the video, to have a well-defined sales process. But it is also, if not more, important to keep measuring the effectiveness of the sales process in place. Because otherwise, if there is some market change which is gone out of the track of your sales process, you will never notice it until it is too late. So always it's very, very important to have your reports in place, to have your dashboard set up, so you can keep measuring and tracking the effectiveness of your sales process and your sales people. So here's the CRM tip. Think of those useful parameters and the top 5 or 10 reports you would like to see every day, every morning, once you come to work, which will help you analyze the health of your sales process. Don't settle for that do once, use forever sales process. It might kill you. Okay, that's it for now, and we come to the end of a video on sales process effectiveness, especially the first step, which is prospecting. See you soon with a next video on sales and CRM. Bye for now. Happy selling.